insane. So, yeah, we have Blaze Blue. We have a couple of games, Dragon Ball FighterZ, a little bit of Street Fighter. So, yeah, coming out, the bi-weekly. It is next week we're holding that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and rock out with some more winners quarterfinal action. It is Dimension versus Dawson. Dawson, we saw putting in that work in the first round against Liar. Brilliant effort by both, but yeah, we'll beat Dawson. Playing his Jigglypuff and Dimension. Is this any shock? He's playing Marth. We just saw Marth win last game, so we'll lose last game, rather. Excuse me. Played very well, but ultimately falling victim to the Ice Climbers, hitting the wobble. As we get started here, obviously Dawson knows how to play that Jigglypuff character, spending a lot of time in the air, hitting them with the back and forward airs. A lot of range on those attacks, but again, that range advantage cut down ever so slightly by Marth and his sword. Might be an uphill battle. Maybe we'll see Dawson hitting those rests again. He averaged 2 rests per game in that first round matchup against Liar, which is an insane number. He knows exactly where he needs to be. But again, charging in, hitting those spots where he needs to with those aerials, and it is the forward air that does the job and takes the first stock off of Dimension. Not an easy thing to do, taking stocks off of Dimension. Easily among the best Smash players in Philadelphia in terms of Melee. I don't know if I've ever seen him play Smash 4. Yeah. Either way, Melee, it's a thriving community here in Philadelphia, and it's all based out of here in its shadows in Hatboro, Pennsylvania, in beautiful Montgomery County. And yeah, that'll put anyone to sleep. Takes the stock off of Dawson, his first loss of the match. And he's looking for that side B in the air. It does not connect, but working with those bears and fairs just fine, so I doubt Dawson really has anything to complain about. A little bit of hand warmers as Marth is off the stage, but those forward airs flying in from Marth. And Dimension looking to dictate exactly what he wants from this match, looking to accumulate that damage. And of course, Jigglypuff is sent flying pretty easily, so definitely a chance that we will have a off the stage, off the ceiling knockout, courtesy of Marth. Never out of the question. Don't see him kill much with the up smash, but oh, the recovery just not really there for Dimension, but does get him with the up tilt. And all of a sudden, we are all square at 2 stocks apiece. Forward air and up airs, I believe that was the neutral air, actually. Doing that work for Marth. Good dodge into an advantageous position. Gonna have to see if he gets up on that platform. He's controlling the stage pretty well. No real need to. And yeah, the pound not connecting for Dawson. All of a sudden, in a terrible position, gets killed off the stage. And yeah, all of a sudden it's Dawson on the ropes, or really as on the ropes as on the ropes as a Jigglypuff can be. Very circular. Don't mind me, folks. Just mind that, and that is Dimension taking the first game of this 3-game clip in winners quarterfinal action. That was some work being put in by Dimension, and already we're getting started with game 2. And Dawson, he knows what he has to do in this one, and that's win. But how he will do it, that is the question. I mean, Dimension, he was just on a roll at one point. Just mixing up the on-stage and the aerial attacks. Incredibly well done by Dimension. Just such a varied offense with that Marth. Sometimes with a few characters, you have those moves that you lean on, and certainly you have that with Marth. But the offense before the knockouts certainly spicing things up. with the variety of his offense. And again, those forward airs doing work. Back air doing work for Jigglypuff, though, and it is the back air that will confirm the kill. And all of a sudden, we have Dimension losing the first stock again. But the up air sending Jigglypuff flying, and Dimension knew exactly where he needed to be for the for his counterattack. Oh, then there's Dawson, very smart with how he tried to land, spicing things up with the side B, dictating exactly where he needed to go. Very nice little subtle movement. The attack off the stage at 161%, and the up air does in fact confirm the kill. And certainly doable for Dawson. Does have the damage lead. Dimension at 101. Dawson giving Dimension everything he can handle. And it makes sense. He did pick this stage. You almost have to think that he did it for a reason. And again, with the aerial maneuvers, Puff spending a lot of time in the air, as, let's face it, she should be. Dawson knows how to play this character very well. The forward air, taking Dimension off of the stage, trying to ledge trump, but the back air does send him right off again at 158%. Very real danger of dying, and the ledge trump by Dawson does confirm the kill. Has a one stock advantage at 57%. We're gonna have to see some creativity from Dimension here. Uh-oh, right off of the... Oh my gosh, he was very close to confirming that kill, getting Dimension off of the stage, going where Eagles dare. And there it is, the side smash confirming for Dawson, who has a 2-stock advantage against a multiple-time Salt champion. And yeah, Dawson knows exactly what he wants to do. He's getting into a rhythm, and that is not where you want to be if you are playing this young man. But the side B tags him just a little bit, and he only has the 1-stock advantage, but you got to think that Dawson, well, if he turns it on, he'll be able to close this out. But it is definitely Dimension. You don't want to play Dimension when he has some motivation. He does catch the ledge after the tech and the up B. Trying to predict where he's landing, not doing the job there, but the grab into the side tilt. Looking for that counter, does get the grab, the back, down throw. Folks, back and forth action here. Dawson does have a stock to give, so not the end of the world if he doesn't get it. Trying to ledge trump, but no, too much room for recovery for Dimension. Obviously, that up B of Marth always seeming to have a little bit more range than you would think. But yeah, that's Dawson at 145. And yeah, the up smash will, the up tilt, excuse me, will get the job done for Dimension. But again, at 140%, you just don't know, and you don't want to be facing Jigglypuff in the air. But he does get back onto the platform, not needing to grab the ledge trump not mattering there. Forcing Dawson away from the platform. A lot of space being given, and the back air will confirm the kill and will tie this set at 1 apiece. You see the look on Dawson's face, very satisfied with that set, as he should be. In each of the previous 2 matches, he took the first stock, dictating how he wants that match to be played. But we will be going to the Fountain of Dreams for the final set. And Dimension picking this one. Seems to like those stages with platforms. And again, it almost makes sense when you have in the swashbuckling tradition, having the higher ground usually gives you an advantage. So we'll have to see if that rings true here in the third game of this best-of-3 set, the winner's quarterfinal. As we see Dimension doing that work. Is Dimension taking things into the air against Jigglypuff? Does get the recovery, does Dawson, but oh, it is the side smash that will send Dawson flying. And yeah, my goodness, doing some work throwing the nair in there as well. Good stuff by Dimension. Again, such a varied offense, just walking right past Jigglypuff into the position he needed to be in. Oh, but the up B sends Dimension right into that bear. Good dash attack there by Dawson. Can he confirm the kill with the edge trump? He does. And once again, in each of these 3 games, Dawson has taken the first stock, ever so critical, but Dimension can certainly tie it up right here with Puff being at 135, and of course one of the lightest characters in the game. Yeah, that'll do it. A sword to the face usually. And all of a sudden we are tied at 3 stocks apiece. The aerials flying in fast from Dimension, realizing that he'll have to meet Jigglypuff in the air if he wants to accumulate that damage and perhaps prevent Dawson from getting in some offense of his own. Some say the best defense is a good offense. This Dimension, Dawson, excuse me, getting back on the platform already at 170% is Dawson. And oh, the recovery just not there for Dawson, and all of a sudden at the stock disadvantage has yet to take the next stock away from Dimension after gaining that critical advantage at first. It is Dimension hanging on with 83%. Hasn't taken damage in quite a while. 39% streak being broken there eventually by Dawson, who realizing he might need to play a little bit more defensively, but the bear does connect. Sends Dimension off the stage, but right into the forward air. Oh, he was looking to grab that ledge. Oh, looking for just a little bit of room to recover, and finds it, does Dawson. Looking for one of those aerial attacks, but he is sent up and out at 84%, and all of a sudden, Dawson on his last stock in the winner's quarterfinal after that great advantage that he had, but it is Dimension at 131%. Dawson is going to have to make some magic happen if he wants to get this done. The bear will confirm the kill at 163, but he has quite the uphill battle. He's at 34% and still at the stock disadvantage. And all of a sudden, when Dimension took this game into the air, it changed it, meeting Jigglypuff and just edging her out with that range. Getting to the attack before Dawson could bring the attack to him. Excellently adapted by Dimension. Not exactly his game, but it's certainly a game to which he can adapt, and all of a sudden, Dawson in very real danger at 116. He'll have to play extremely defensively. The back throw, couldn't find the combination, but uh-oh. Dimension waiting at the edge. He's at 149. Does get the edge and shields a few of those forward tilts. And we're going to have to see what happens here. Uh-oh, the fair, that could have been it for our fluffy pink wonder, but it is not. 167 though. We'll have to see what happens here. Up throw not doing the job quite yet at 181. One big hit will do it for Dimension and send him into the winner's quarterfinal. Will he get it here? He does with the up air, and that will do it. Well fought by Dawson, but it is Dimension into the winner's semifinal, looking for revenge for his loss at Wii Bear Bears 139's Grand Finals. And we will have to see just how far this young man can go. Folks, we certainly thank you for joining us here at twitch.tv/pros_Calamity.